atmosphere is going to be crucial today. This is a huge opportunity for their team. Making it to the college football playoff last year has proven to them they can compete with any team in the country. But now they've got to do it again. They've got to show that that was not just a one-year fluke and that they can be consistently great. Guys?
Holly, thank you. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Oregon. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Pringle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Runs through the tackle. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Moving to his left. Throws to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Hurricanes look to keep this drive humming. Keeps it moving. It's Fletcher. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Canes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Flush to the left. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many...
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. It doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. motion from the wide receiver. Breaks the tackle.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
On the ground, it's Davison. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, no.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. And some great 4th down defense against the run.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a win.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a 1st down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Mensah. Moving out to the right. Got out of trouble and throws. Snags it. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Hill. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Throwing Moore. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
The number 1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. A nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Sends it back in motion. They'll go play action with Moore. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
They're all over it. Out wide right, it's Moore. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sells to run, looking to pass. On the move. Going to try to get it himself. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. They'll need a bunch on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison to the 15. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And the Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Hill. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Pulls it. He'll toss it. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Looking for the time with the extra point.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
On the return, it's Pringle. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Play action on 1st down. Fires downfield. Right side, it's Gilbert. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke. And the offseason saga that happened, obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Jerry Mensah comes in. Miami finds the guy. They have to have that spot covered. And Palmer, they got a really good one.
They have been able to reload. For anybody that didn't know Darian Mensah and where he started, just look back to his film just 2 years ago at Tulane when he's absolutely lighting up for the American, wins an ACC championship at Duke, and now filling in for Carson Beck and a team that just went to a national championship. But this is a guy with tons of talent, and they think there will be no drop-off at the QB spot. They've got their eyes set on taking one step further this time to win it all. That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's got enough. Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown, Hurricane. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
They'll move the wide receiver. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Complete on the comeback. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Hits inside. It's Davison. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
That last completion was not exactly what they had in mind. Going backwards, they'll try to convert on third down. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Out wide right, it's Hill. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
And we're not surprised, right? Finding the big fella down in the red area. Like the power forwards, those guys that basically set up shop, rebound, go get it. You know if somebody's armed, they can still make the catch. A lot of times they say quarterback's best friend, tight end, especially in the red zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing, Mensah. Stepping to the right. Lets it fly. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Fletcher.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And here comes the offense on second down. Here's Mensah to throw. Buying time to his right. Right side, it's Vaughn. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Fletcher. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Sides avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first half as they take over 1st and 10. Dante Moore. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Slings it downfield. Not enough juice on that one.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Moore to the air. Going downfield for the big play. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just
can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Running inside, it's Pringle. Oh, he's got some space. Timeout is called. They let it get down to 3 seconds before stopping the clock, and they'll have a chance to put points up before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And this one is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Fresno State taking on the number 15 team, the USC Trojans. And it's Fresno State with the lead right now in the first half in a battle of 1-0 teams.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field.
Let's now take a look at top 25 action.
Finds us back in the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind him, and that's where you can make big plays.
It's complete. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Fletcher. Here's a little room there. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they're running.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Mensah. Makes a catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
And he's not going to make it this time either. Another stop, and it's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Sweet cut there. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Davison. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Making the adjustment. Here's Moore to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
In the gun on 3rd down. Moore blasted as he lets it go. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Throwing, Mensah. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Moore will throw. Still looking to his right. Gets rid of it.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Here's Mensah to throw. Still looking. On the move, he fires. Left side is Gilbert. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Canes, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Single back formation, and they give it to it.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just the blip, because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
The run inside. It's Pringle. Got him right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Escapes the pressure going right. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield. field when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
This drive will open from the 15. Moore. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davison. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Second and long here. Moore to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Stewart. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
He'll keep it on second down. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. And the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Moore with the play fake. Here comes the heat. Fires on the move. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking for a crease, it's Davison. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Moore from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Fourth down, Moore. Shoots it to the left. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Moves to his right. And he avoids the sack.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Defense all over him.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Turning it on. Touchdown, Ducks! How about that D making the play and lining up the board and swinging some momentum in their favor?
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, if you're a fan watching this offense, you have got to love what you're seeing from your new quarterback. They knew going to the portal was going to be a major, major deal for them coming into this season. They found a really good one. Already over 300 yards passing in this game. And guys, if he can keep this up and he can stay consistent, this offense goes to the next level, and who knows what they're capable of come end of season.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Rolls right. Fires on the move. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
When the quarterback leaves the pocket, I have to know that. You could tell the defense did. They did a great job skewing towards him, moving towards where he's scrambling. Now I can be in the passing lanes. Great job by the defense understanding it.
On the run, fires downfield. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Bringing it back. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Pushed his way ahead, really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. He's got it down the left. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Throwing Moore. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Got him downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Oh, pressure's coming. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Dante Moore makes the pass. Got his man. Quick step and go. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Mensah moving out to the right. He's going to run it. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Keeping his eyes downfield. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Here's Moore to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Now on first down from the 28. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Follows his blocks. It's Davison. He's got the first down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Tough run here. It's Davison. Touchdown, Oregon! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Mensah. Under pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Back to pass on second down. Buying time to his right. He wants a big play here late. Upstairs, he's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mensah to throw. Buying a little time to his left. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Pulls it in. Touchdown, Miami! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making the adjustment on the play. Moore. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Gets rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's really hard to dial up big completions vertically down the field. At this juncture in the game, it's the 4th quarter, and the defense is playing with extra DBs on the field. They know you're going to throw it. Ball falls incomplete.
More to the air again. Out wide right, it's Davison. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. 5 seconds left on the clock as they use a timeout here. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And with 5 seconds left, this one to send us to overtime. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams. Man, that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something